Hey, I'm back. I know it's been a while, but I just got back from vacation. So, without further ado, let's talk about what happened in July 2016. I'm going to apologize. First of all, this is probably going to be a short one because I'm a little bit jet lagged and basically I didn't have enough time to gather a ton of stories, but hopefully these will be interesting. So first thing I want to talk about is Pokemon Go. I'm sure all of you know about this. This is kind of a worldwide sensation. But the strange thing is, although Pokemon is most known as being like a Japanese game and coming from Japan, actually it wasn't released in Japan until a few weeks after it was released in America. So when it came to Japan, there were some problems just like there were in America. One of the biggest problems was the fact that they had the Pokemon in places that people didn't want them to be, like the Hiroshima Bomb Museum. People were angry about that, but eventually they removed them. However, another place they put this is the Yasukuni Shrine. So for those that don't know, this is a very controversial place because they use this shrine to honor people who died in wars in Japan. And unfortunately, they don't weed out like the good people from the bad people. So lots of World War II war criminals are honored there. And so people from China and Korea are really upset about this. It's kind of a controversial thing. But I guess the people in China kind of got the last laugh because at this Yasukuni Shrine, they have a Poke Gym. And apparently the strongest player there is someone who is Chinese. And they wrote China #1 at this Poke Gym. So now whenever Japanese players go, they see this there, which is kind of funny. And I guess it's a good way to get Japan back, I guess. Although really, the joke's kind of on the Chinese because you can't even play Pokemon Go in China, so whatever. That isn't the only thing though. Apparently there was a girl playing Pokemon Go and she came across a flasher and she got flashed while playing. Which I wonder, was there Pokemon on this guy's naked body? And if so, did she try to catch them? Anyway, I shouldn't be making fun. In fact, I didn't have time to make lots of jokes, so I'll leave some half-finished ones for you. You can fill these out yourself. Not every place is trying to ban Pokemon Go and get rid of it though. Actually, Tottori Prefecture is encouraging people to come. They want people to come because Tottori is known as the least popular, or some years the second least popular prefecture in Japan. It has lots of sand dunes and things. And so I guess the governor's telling people like, come here and hunt Pokemon. We want you to do this. Just go out in those sand dunes and hunt for as long as you want. And some people are into it, but some people are like, it's too hot out there, there's too much sand. Do they have free Wi-Fi in the desert and all this kind of stuff? And some people said like, do they even have like Poke stations and things like that? Apparently somebody put up a map of the desert area of Tottori and look, you want Poke stations? Totori's got Poke stations. So if you're on vacation and you can't think of any other reason to go to Tottori, that's a good reason. So support Tottori, I guess. This month I also came across a slightly more negative story, and this is about the future of Japan. And so, according to this survey, study, whatever it is, about 1/3 of Japanese men in the future will be single. And at first I thought like, why is this? It's kind of strange. And like, you hear about things like guys giving up and they don't want relationships and they're not into women or whatever reason. And at first I thought like, maybe that's it, but I thought like 1/3, that's kind of high. But actually that's not the reason. What happened is apparently lots of men in Japan are waiting to get married, waiting till they have like a stable job and they have some money saved up and everything. And that seems really responsible. I mean, that's better than, getting a bunch of chicks pregnant and not having money and being broke. So I admire their responsibility, but backfired on them. What happened is apparently the men in this story, and lots of men actually in Japan, they're waiting till they're 35, 36 to get married, and then they have the money saved up, ready to buy a house, ready to get a girlfriend, and settle down, and their parents get sick. And if you don't know, when your parents get sick, if you're the oldest child in Japan, you have to take care of them. So then they live with their sick parents, and they're trying to, find these girls, and they're like, oh, I got some money, I got things going for me, and my dad is sick, and I have to live with him and take care of him. And those girls are out of there. I don't want any part of that. So that's actually one of the things I read another survey a long time ago, and they said that's one of the least attractive things in men. So lots of women don't want to marry a firstborn child, but unfortunately these days there's many men who are only children, so what can you do? So they think this is going to increase, and because of that, a third of men in Japan are going to be single. So I don't know what to do. I guess these men could get married earlier, or they can just tell their old parents beat it, or I don't know what they're going to do, but this is a terrible problem. Hopefully somebody comes by and fixes it. The next one is a little bit better though. So in Odaiba, they recently opened a art exhibit. Actually, I don't know if it's actually open. I don't know. Hopefully it is. This art exhibit is interactive, so not only can you see it, but you can move around in it too. It's basically like a video that changes with time and has music and all sorts of things. You can look at the video here and you can see what it is. So apparently one of them is like crystals, so it's like you're living inside a crystal. Another one has to do with like a koi pond, so it's like you're walking and there's fish flying all around you, and a bunch of other stuff. I don't know, maybe you're not into art or you're not into visual effects, I don't know, but I am. I think this looks really cool. I want to go there. It's about 2,000 yen. It's called Odaiba Minano Yume Taikuru. I don't know, so it basically means like everyone's dream come here. What? I don't know. Anyways. Basically, it should be a fun exhibit. I think it costs 2,000 yen and it finishes at the end of August, so go now if you can. I'm gonna try to set up the action camera and some binaural recordings. If I can get that all set up, and if they allow filming inside, I'll try to take you there. So I'm gonna try to get some new stuff set up, and hopefully it'll be interesting, but no promises. Don't hold me to anything. Last but not least, I want to talk about this story about NHK. Those of you that may not know, NHK is the public broadcasting station in Japan. Basically, lots of the TV shows they have are there, and it's supposed to be like educational, good for people. But unlike public broadcasting in America, you have to pay for it. And I know you're thinking, oh, it's your taxes, right? No, it's not. Basically, they send these goons to your house to come pick up money from you, and they say like, you have to pay this if you have a TV. And so lots of people are annoyed with this. Lots of people, just close their doors or don't answer it or do whatever. But one man got so annoyed, he made his own device so his TV wasn't able to receive NHK, and then he refused to pay. But NHK actually took him to court, and NHK won, and I think they won, it was like $12.50, and they don't know who this guy is, but people think he's someone who's running for mayor in Tokyo right now. And believe it or not, his platform is, or his political party is, I think, Nihon wa NHK kara momoru, which basically translates to save Japan or protect Japan from the NHK. So his main platform is to just stop this ridiculousness with the NHK, which is kind of a silly reason to run for mayor, but I'm behind him. I agree with his position. So I think he's the one behind this. He actually has a speech. I'll try to link to his speech so you can actually hear it, although I don't think it's translated into English. But for those people who are part of my channel and like Japanese, you can listen to it. And so basically the person who was sued, if it is this guy, says that he's going to change this because the judge told him, look, just because you have this device on there, you can take it off, so it's possible for you to watch NHK. So he said, I'm gonna weld this device to my TV so it's impossible to take it off. So this guy's really against this, and Apparently the guy that's running for mayor, he used to be an employee of the NHK and now he's turned against them. So I don't know what that's about, but it's interesting at least.
NHK をぶっ壊すぶっ壊すぶっ壊す
That's it for this month. I apologize for the brevity. I know this is shorter than usual, but what can you do? I was on vacation. Sue me. Actually don't. I might lose like that NHK guy. Anyways, I'm going to try to get some interesting stuff set up. Hopefully I'll get some new types of videos and tell me if you like them. If you like some of my other videos and you want me to do more, tell me you like those. Leave me some feedback. I'll put some voting with things up here, so I'll do a poll. Tell me what you like and what you don't like. And until next time, like the video, subscribe, share it, all that good stuff, and see you. If you enjoyed that video, subscribe. Also, feel free to comment down below and check out some of my other videos here. Or is it here?